You are now tuned in to another episode of Black Girls Den Podcast, brought to you by Alicia's Productions.
Hey, homegirls, welcome back to another episode of Black Girls Den Podcast, where womanhood meets media and culture. I'm your host, Alicia. I am so excited because this episode, we are honing in on solo traveling one-on-one. Part 2 to our travel series. The first episode was about girls' trips. I had to bring back Sharmelle, the one and only best travel agent, okay, period, again. So if you didn't watch that first episode, make sure to check out that episode after this episode, and it's going to be in the description, okay? So welcome, say hey to her again. Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me again, Alicia. This is so much fun.
Yes.
Y'all are just so cute in here. So I said that last time, I think, but it's just so cute.
Well, thank you so much. Do you have anything else you wanted to add about any updates, anything since last time with your travels?
I know, but who knows? Because that was a while ago, right?
Yeah, it was a couple months ago.
It was a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm getting ready to go on another trip. So.
Yeah, another trip, right? And maybe you was coming back from another trip.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, so it's a lot going on.
It's a lot going on.
But we are traveling, so if you haven't been on the rock and you have Roku, I hope that's how you say it, you know Tracy Ellis Ross had a show on there, still has a show on there, and it was talking about solo traveling with Tracy Ellis Ross. She went to Mexico, Morocco, and Spain. And she talked about self-discovery and freedom of traveling. And if you watch, you know, you may have been like, I can't afford those type of countries or these places. So I definitely understand that, right? We get that. Mm-hmm. But we want to talk about solo traveling and how it can be empowering and how we wanted to encourage everyone to solo travel and knowing that there's steps with becoming comfortable and confident when you go out and to travel on your own. So this episode is all about from solo dates to solo traveling. Okay? So let's drink to that. And we got some lemonade.
Look at cute little wine glasses. What I say, cute, on theme for season.
Cheers! Lemonade.
Lovely.
Good, and I need to make it sponsor us one day.
Oh, okay, great. There you go.
I keep saying it in every episode, so hopefully they hear it to the powers. So yes, literally tag. Okay? Yes. So if you're not new to listening to us, you already know we have a Den Diaries segment. But if you are new, Den Diaries is just where we talk about what's going on, what's happening. And this Den Diaries, though, we're going to talk a little bit about solo dating and how we prep for our solo travel. So I wanted to know, when was your first solo date?
So I forget things, but this is what is in my head. Don't ask me like what movie, but I really think my first solo date was to a movie.
Okay.
And because what I remember thinking is, oh, this is really cool. I'm here by myself. I don't have to share my snacks. I don't have to fight with anybody on like what movie to see. Mm-hmm. Like it's all about me.
Period. All about me.
And so like it was really cool, and because it's one of those things where, like, if you haven't done it, you're like, is this going to be weird? I honestly think it's one of the easiest things to do. Even easier than, like, just go into a restaurant by yourself because you go to the restaurant, people can see you. The movie theaters, like, you're just there. Like, it doesn't even matter. Now, that said, I'll go to a restaurant by myself because it's good. But, like, you kind of have to build up. Like, if you've never done anything solo, I really do think a movie is the best way to start. Like, to find out, do you like yourself enough to be with yourself? Yeah. So, yeah, but go to a movie and you get to make all your own decisions. You don't have to ask anybody, what do you think? What do you want?
True. Well, do you remember the movie?
I do not remember the movie. I told this.
Yeah, I forgot. I've always wanted to go to movies myself, but I feel like there's not that many movies out that much to watch.
Movies are, it's not like they used to be.
Yeah,
like it used to be, it would be like all the genres, but I feel like movies have really
they've gone
back on it. Yeah.
And they've gone to series and stuff like that. So.
And there's so much that's just streaming, so like even if the movie is out, it seems like it's out for like a few days and then it's already streaming.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh. But I do want to get back to actually go to movies because I love going to movies with $5 Tuesdays. So yes, I want to do that.
I do think that I probably did that too. Like it was like the cheap. I was a cheap date for myself.
Period. Okay,
so, yes.
My first solo date, I feel like it was when I was in grad school. So because I really didn't go out like every time I would go places, I was with my friends. It was in college, but in grad school, I really didn't have any friends. It was just like a whole new thing. And I was like going to class, and I was like, class is a lot. and my friend was from the town that I like went to school in, and they were just like talking about how this place was so good. It was called Shogun. It was in Bowling Green, and so it was like a Japanese place or something like that.
I remember that.
So I went there for a solo date my first time, and I just started going there like Friday nights or whatever. I didn't have nothing to do, so I just started going like to Shogun on Friday nights.
Not hibachi, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like hibachi.
Did you sit at the grill?
Well, no, I didn't sit at the grill. I just went on to the booth.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you were real brave if you like sat with a bunch of people that you didn't know at the grill. But now that's still good.
No. I went to the booth, okay? It was still nice. It was still cool. But I went there. And then I feel like it is kind of boring because I spend so much time on myself in general. I'm like, this is boring. So I was tired of being in the house. But I honestly was really into YouTube then, which I'm still into YouTube now. So I just would like put a YouTube vlog on and I would just be like eating my dinner. So it was kind of like a TV show.
In a different place.
Yeah. Mm-hmm, like a TV dinner. So I watched YouTube and I would eat my Shogun. And so that was like the first time that I went. And then from there, I kind of just kept going there. I like just went to different places and stuff like that. I ended up like, going, I might go to Cheddar's for dinner. I might go to a different restaurant. Like, it just depends on what I was having going on in that time. But I feel like that's kind of really when I started doing my solo dates. Yeah. And then I took a long break from solo dates, just with life. And now in 2025, because I don't know when it's going to be out, I did a challenge where I did, where I'm doing 12 solo dates for the year.
So at least once a month?
Yes.
Okay.
So and this month, I'm trying to do one that's going to be low cost. And I have an idea. So I'm going to try to do a library solo date. So, yes.
I am a nerd. I love libraries.
Oh, yeah, we met in the library.
That's right. And so, like, there's so many, like, really cute libraries around here. So I think those are great.
So many libraries, So I've been 10 out of 12. So I'm going to try to do the library, and then I'm going to try to do a solo-cation next month. We're going to see if it works out. Yeah,
that's a good little holiday treat for
holiday. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. So that's kind of my journey with solo dates. So
okay. Yeah. That's really good. I love that.
Do you think... Oh, sorry. Yes. Yeah. It was very intentional. I just think about it because I'm just like, well, honestly, I'm like, well, I can't travel, so what else can I do?
Sometimes you have to travel at home,
in the city,
which is still okay. Because a lot of times we take for granted the things where we live because you're like, oh, I always have time to do that, and then you don't do it, and then like you move and you're like, oh, I never did that.
Yeah, that's why I'm really trying to start a dinner series because I do want to go out, but I don't always want to go by myself. So I'm like, let me just ask people like, y'all want to go to dinner? Y'all want to go to dinner here, dinner here? And that's why I started the Black Girl Dinner thing.
That's so smart. Yeah, she's got great ideas.
Yeah, I try. I need the people to bring the community.
Yes.
I definitely try. Do you think solo dates prepare you for solo travel?
Yes.
And if so, how did you build your confidence with solo traveling from solo dates?
So, again, this is me trying to think back really hard. So part of it was solo dates, but part of it, I have to admit, I was forced into, and not in a bad way, but I had a job where I would actually travel for work.
Oh, okay.
And I wasn't always traveling with other people. So like maybe I would travel and there would be people at the office, but they're not going to take care of you every night because they got families, all of that. So like the end of the work day, it's not like you're going back to a kitchen to cook a meal. So then I'm eating out, that kind of thing. So but other than like going to the movies by myself, I think that was my next like easing into it. Because I remember one of the places I went was Puerto Rico, which is great. It's lovely. But you also realize you don't see much of it when you travel for work because you're in the office all day and then it's dark and you're like, oh, I didn't do enough. So that is my tip. If you get to travel for work and you really want to explore a place, sometimes you need to add a day or two before or after the trip so that you can actually see that place.
I agree.
Yes. So, but really, like, I would travel and work on the project and then, like, I'm like, oh, where am I going to go to dinner tonight? And so things like that. And I would be like, I'm an eater, if you can't tell. So I'm not even going to go back to the room. And also, like, we would have, like, daily spending limits and that kind of thing. So it's not like I could just always go back to the room and do room service. Because room service has all those fees and that kind of thing. So, like, maybe you could get away with it once or twice, but I just wasn't the kind of person that would do that. And I like trying new restaurants. Yeah.
I never had room service, child.
Well, that's a good date for yourself.
Oh, you have to get room service when I do my solocation.
When you do your solocation, don't do it because it will make you a little angry. So when you see the like extra fees and stuff, but do it one time.
Yeah, just do it one time.
Be like, get in the robe and be like, I'm gonna watch all this on TV. Yeah, room service is fun, but it's not the easiest thing to just pay for all the time. Okay. So yeah, but yeah, so that was it. I'm probably jumping ahead, so tell me if I am. But the first real like solocation that I did,
you're jumping ahead.
Okay. I'll wait.
Okay.
All right, I'll wait.
Okay. So I would say that unintentionally, I think solo dates prepare you for solo travel.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever was like, oh, I want to solo travel, so let me practice solo dates.
Right.
And so to build confidence, and I feel like I don't want to say I had an advantage with traveling because I'm not going and just traveling, just going solo. I feel like it's different if you're just traveling, starting, and you're already going solo. I had an advantage, like I didn't have to build confidence up to travel.
Because you had already traveled.
Yeah.
But now it was like you're adding the solo on it.
Yeah.
I was like that. Too.
Yeah. Versus like I'm not just building confidence to go solo traveling all the way.
I agree. Which I can't speak to that, but I can still suggest.
Yeah. So I feel like I don't feel like I'm a great person to say if my solo days prepared me to solo travel because I already was traveling.
Yeah, it's almost like you solo dated on a bigger range.
Yes. But kind of like you, I feel like I was forced into solo travel because I think I said the story before. As I was going on a trip with somebody, and then they end up ghosting me basically on the trip. So that really probably built more of my confidence being ghosted on a trip, even though I was so scared and so terrified. I didn't want to waste that money. So I went to the trip.
Yeah.
And it gave me more confidence, but also I feel like I have been lucky, or I should say blessed, that when I have solo traveled, I've known people in the city. So I feel like I haven't really
had connections.
Yeah, I had connections to people and stuff like that. So I really haven't had to build up so much confidence with it. But I do think just like spending time with myself, I have built that. Because when I went to Phoenix, I was in a room and I was chilling. I was like, this is good. I was like, I can get up, I can go downstairs when I want to get breakfast. I don't have to ask, I don't gotta wait for somebody to get ready. So I was like, so that kind of just gave me my confidence of just like being on my own, which I'm already on my own in general. Yeah. So it was easier, and then I didn't have to think about anything or anybody. So I feel like it just gave me like, oh, like it's kind of like I'm at home, you know. But I can go downstairs get some food. I can go walk somewhere. I can go, you know, dilly down or whatever like that. So that's how I feel that I was prepared to do it. But I've already traveled, so I feel like it could be different for other people. So yeah. Now,
okay,
you could say. Now I was gonna say, what was your first solo trip, and do you wish you did anything differently?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
So here's the thing. It was just one of those times, because I do have friends that I'll travel with, but sometimes people can't go when you can go. Maybe they're at a point in life like they just got married, so all their money went to that wedding, or they just had kids, and we know what that means. And so, like, it was like, whatever reason, I didn't have anybody at this particular time to travel with. And I can tell when it's time for me to get away.
Okay.
Because I start getting snippy with people in a way that, I mean, it's the same irritants. Like if you're at work, right? It's the same irritants all the time. But sometimes you just handle it better than others. And for some reason, I had gotten to a point where I was like, ooh, you were kind of really snippy and not nice. And so I was like, I need a break. And nobody could go. So I was like, I'm just going to go because I need to get away because I'm like really having a hard time with this. And so I do think that I had done the business travel on my own, but this felt different because it wasn't like there was going to be somebody there to greet me at an office. This was like completely on my own. For some reason, I don't even remember why, but I chose Cabo.
Oh, okay.
So I went to Cabo, Mexico.
Okay.
And this was very interesting. I don't even know. It's been a long time, so I don't even remember why I did certain things, but I don't know if it's like maybe I Googled and I was like, oh, there's this little town, but you'll need to drive there. But I rented a car. And like, there was navigation, but like Waze wasn't as big as it is now.
Yeah.
That, like, this has been a while, right? But like, I remember specifically, I drove from Cabo to this little like artsy town.
Oh, okay.
And if you drove along like some of the coast, so you saw water, so it was really pretty. I don't remember what the little town was called, but I drove, and I just remember the navigation saying, not a lot, but it would like be in Spanish.
Okay.
And I don't speak Spanish, y'all. But I would be like,
okay.
And I also get lost easily. But for whatever reason, everything was fine. The Lord was with me. It was good. But yeah, so that was really like, I really felt like I stepped out. Like I got the car. I stayed at this place on my own. I traveled from like, maybe the town was 30, 45 minutes away. I don't remember. But like, still, it was like a stretch. And I'm like, you know, on the other side, because we're East Coast people.
Yeah.
This is West Coast of Mexico. So, yeah.
Okay, were you going to say something about your solo location? Or
that was it. But it was, so it was good though. That was like the first really big like trip. And so that kind of at least let me know I can do this. And so, yeah, I'll still travel with friends, but like if I need to get away by myself, it doesn't bother me because I know I can, if that makes sense. Yeah.
My first solo trip was to Dallas, Texas.
That's a big city.
Yeah, it is a big city. I didn't know how big the city was.
It's a big city. Yeah.
And I've actually been there, I think one more time after that.
So you liked it?
No.
No. That's always a risk.
I don't think I like
That's always a risk.
But I went there because, long story short, I have family there, so we did like a reunion. I definitely had a different experience the first time versus the second time. But I'm not really a big, huge fan of Dallas. That's just me. But I was going there, I feel like it was like 2019. And so I wasn't planning on, you know, being there by myself. But so I do wish there was a couple things that I did differently. One, I wish I had a little bit more money so that I could probably get a hotel, because I just feel like if you are solo traveling, you should maybe stay in a hotel versus like an Airbnb. That's just me.
I kind of agree with that.
And so I wish that I would have had a little bit more money. And this was a lot going on with, like, you know, I don't know, I don't want to say the K word, but it was like more K words, and it's like, you gotta check the license, make sure this, make sure, like, it was like that. So I was like, dang, should I have rented a car, you know? But it's like, to rent a car and to get a hotel, that's a lot of money. So I feel like, if anything, I wish I would have had more money, and that's probably why I don't solo travel as much, because to rent a car, to get a hotel, you need money, and to do the things. So that was my first solo trip. It wasn't really, I wouldn't say it was horrible, because I knew somebody there. She would like take me places, and then I honestly just used Airbnb experiences, and like I did things like that. And I'm just like a culture and history person, so it turns out well. But I felt like that probably was the only, honestly, way that I would have been able to solo travel, being forced into it, because I don't think I would have done it on my own. Yeah. And granted, I would say I solo travel, but it was like solo group travel. Like I stayed abroad where I went by myself.
Okay.
But
that's a big deal.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's necessarily solo travel, because I didn't go all the way by myself. Like I just went as I didn't know nobody, but it was a group. It was study abroad, so I don't.
It's
know.
A mix. It's partial solo. It's like.
I'm solo, but I'm with a group.
Yeah, that's kind of like where I felt like I went for work, and so people knew where I was, all that kind of thing. Yeah.
So I don't know if that is technically different, but that's what I wish I would have did differently. But you know, I wouldn't have known to get all that, because the person was supposed to have like a car, and then we wouldn't do that. Yeah. So I think that's what I would have done differently if I would have like been able to plan it, and that's what I would have done. So
that's okay. And I like your point about the Airbnb versus a hotel when you're.
It was like 5 people up in there. It's like 3 or 4 people. I was like, oh my gosh. It was like 3 or 4 people, and there was a house manager. I was like, who are these people? Like,
did you have like your own private entrance?
I had no. It was just everybody. It was like 2 doors, but I mean, you had like a keypad number. I had my own room, but you had to share the bathroom. Yeah, with the people. Yeah, it was like 2 I think it was like 2 bathrooms. It was 2 different sides. I was like, this is very interesting. So yeah, that was an interesting time. Yeah, so that's our good diaries. That's the first segment.
I love it.
Okay.
I always love it. Yeah.
Yes, and our second segment is TV and tea. And so this segment is basically where we talk about like the TV show and our tea in our life. So we are going to dive into the solo traveling with Tracy Ellis Ross and talk a little bit more about our solo traveling diary. So first we're going to start with Tracy Ellis because she talks about joy, peace, and confidence in her solo trips. And we know this girl, you know, travels luxury. But I wanted to ask, what does luxury mean to you when you're alone on your trips?
Probably the same thing it means when I'm with other people. I can't be bougie. You had that quiz last time, and I think I chose something about bougie.
Bougie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do know what you're talking about.
I can't remember now what it was, but yeah. So I like luxury. Let me think about this. So luxury to me is really being able to be comfortable where I am, right? Now, I am a firm believer that not everything on your trip has to be a splurge. So, but some of that too has to do with like how much money you have. But I'm not always going to be in a penthouse on the fifth, on the top floor, 5-star hotel. Like, it doesn't have to be that. But I do think that you should have something on your solo trip where you splurge. So I don't know if that's going to a spa and treating yourself, or going to a really nice restaurant and like going ahead and do the wine pairing. You know what I mean? Like things like that. But the most important thing for me with travel is the experience. Yes. So if you're not having the experience, it's just not worth it. And so sometimes the experience might be something where you're getting kind of dirty, which is not my jam. But sometimes it's the experience. So it might be okay, because you're like, I'm never going to do this again, or I may never be able to do this again, so let me go ahead and get in there and enjoy it. So this was not a solo trip. I was with my sister, which is almost like being solo because we kind of almost share a brain sometimes. But like we did Iceland, and I'm a city girl.
Going to the mud. Not the mud, the thing that you got to get in the water though.
Yes. And so like you kind of like wonder, what's this gonna be like? It was actually amazing, but I wouldn't have known that if I was just like on the outside looking in, like I'm not gonna do this. So experiences. So that's like a big deal. So don't short yourself on that, because a lot of times you go somewhere and you don't know if you're going to make it back to that same location. One, because there's just a lot of places to go, but two, just because you don't know what your future holds. So do what you can. You probably can't do everything. Like if you're in Dallas, you can't do everything in one trip unless you're there for a while. And also money. But try to just do something where you're like, I remember this experience. This was really important to me. This was like when you said you did Airbnb experiences, like you made sure you're like, I'm here, I was left alone, but I'm gonna make sure that I get something out of it, learn a little bit more about this place that I'm in, that kind of thing. So
do you feel like once you went to one like that city, you can't go back to that city no more?
No, I don't, because it's different. Like I've been to New Orleans a lot, and I feel like it's a different trip every time I go. So, and I will go again. And the same with New York. I've been a few times, and I feel like.
Have you been to Mardi Gras, New Orleans?
I have not been to Mardi Gras. I have to say, crowds. I have to like be talked into it, and Mardi Gras is quite the crowd.
Well, I want to go to Mardi Gras solo. So I'm just saying. Like as a girls trip, I would do it. I wouldn't do it solo.
I don't know if I would do it girls. I don't know.
I would do a girls trip. People I did Essence kind of solo.
And you're right. Essence is a crowd in and of itself.
Yes.
And I've been to Essence several times.
I did Essence.
So that was solo?
Yeah, it was kind of solo. Actually, yeah, this was before Dallas, because I think Dallas was actually when I graduated. Child, I be forgetting I be traveling. But yeah, Essence was kind of solo. It was kind of a weird time. Yeah. So I was I met these people on Facebook, and I went down on Facebook. It was kind of like a horrible idea to do it, but I just wanted to go to Essence. I wanted to go to New Orleans. So we drove from Louisville to New Orleans.
Oh, you drove it too?
Yes. Okay. Horrible.
It's a long way.
Yeah, it's like 9 hours. But I've done it twice, so I've done actually.
I've never done it by myself.
I never did it by myself, but I actually have been to New Orleans twice, and I drove both times. Next time I'm getting on a flight. But yeah, actually that was it, and that was horrible too. But I was in an Airbnb, but it was with 2 other girls, so like it wasn't by myself.
That's good.
I went to go to Essence, and I was solo because I didn't really know the girls. The girls was friends, but I kind of just like joined in on the trip because I wanted to go to Essence. So yeah, I can't remember. I think that was 20. I do think that was that 2019? Actually, I think
like
August
COVID?
was 2019.
COVID year?
This was before COVID.
Because I think
This was 2017. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I went 2017 to Essence, and so I think that Dallas was 2019 because that was really right before COVID.
Okay.
Oh yes! Oh my gosh, I forgot all about Essence. I still want to go back, but I'm trying to go back when they pay me to go back. I'm trying to be like a moderator, like have
be
a
an influencer, have like a podcast up in the in the convention center.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Because I actually went to I went to another podcast when I was there. It's called Black Girl something. I forgot what it's called now. But Black Girl Pod. Yeah, they have like their own thing there. I went to like showing, but yeah, so that's what I went. So that was me being solo, and it was me meeting 2 other people there.
That's a big deal.
And that
you didn't know that.
I did not know them.
that.
That was very interesting. That year I was just doing. I actually went on a couple trips where I didn't know the people. But the first one went really well. The first one was good, and she was cool. The second one, not too well. But you know, we can.
There we go. It takes all kinds to make the world go round.
Yes. So I'm like, you know what? But I did forget about that one. So it was New Orleans. Then it was Dallas.
Okay.
Now my Phoenix one was better. We can get into that one later. But that one was all me playing. Not Phoenix. I meant Tulsa. Tulsa.
Okay.
Yeah, I went solo, but I still knew some people there at the city. So yeah, that one was that. I think luxury to me means when I'm alone is safety.
Yes.
Making sure I'm safe. That's why I said hotels. And guess what I say to
But that's
hotel.
Safety should not be a luxury. It should just be a.
Should be some, Safety shouldn't be a luxury, but I guess, what is it, like that, when I'm alone, it means to me.
It's
like,
a big deal.
Yeah. It's a luxury to me. And I'm not saying that safety should be a luxury, but safety's a luxury to me when I'm alone.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that kind of thing. I think also, when I'm alone, a luxury would be having a car. I haven't did a car yet. Haven't rented a car on my own yet.
Yeah.
That will be a luxury because they're expensive.
They can be.
They can be. And I think that also when I'm alone, luxury to me, I feel like the luxury is like I can create my own schedule. So I feel like that's a luxury to me. Like creating my own schedule, when I want to wake up, when I want to go to lunch, when I want to go to this event and stuff like that. I feel like that's a luxury to me. And I just thought about it again. Well, this was later. I've done a couple of solo trips. I did rent a car. I went to Nashville on my own. Okay. But that was in 2023.
It's easy to kind of not count Nashville because it's so close. But
it was 20. But that was actually that was like a road trip. That one was by myself. I rented a car. I got a hotel and everything. So that one was by myself. Actually, I really enjoyed that trip because it was not because it was by myself, but I did like a little Black History tour. So that one was cool too. Yeah. So I've done one, I guess like 3 or 4 solo trips or so.
If you remember one more, I think you'll be
in Nashville, Phoenix. I keep saying Phoenix. Nashville, Tulsa, Dallas,
New Orleans,
kind of, because I was solo by myself, but I wasn't people. So that's like 4. Yeah.
She don't remember another one.
No, I don't know, because I don't know if it's count study abroad or not. And then I guess I don't know if I should count Ghana or not either, because I went solo. But I met people when I was there for the group trip. So it just depends on how you look at it.
Did you leave by yourself?
Yes. Is that how you count solo?
I'm going to count, because Ghana is so far, I'm going to count it. Because you didn't know anybody getting there. You flew there by yourself.
I flew to Amsterdam by myself.
Yep, you were out of the country.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to count it. I'm going to count Ghana because, I mean, that's a big deal trip. Hashtag on my list. But that's a big deal trip. like hours and hours of travel.
Yes.
And so, like, you can mess up and end in the wrong place, or not make it there, or whatever.
I think I met somebody in Amsterdam, and then we went to Ghana.
But you also still didn't know any of the people. Like, you might have talked to them a little bit, but it's not like no.
I met her when I went to Amsterdam, but I didn't know her. I just met her when I went to Amsterdam.
Yeah.
So that's kind of that. I'm cracking up. Yeah, it just, some people are real strict on how they read it. Oh, because that was another thing. I'll say that. I'll keep that for later because it's a little shady. But yeah, so that's what I would say. That's what luxury means to me. And then we're going to go to the next one. It says, how can we take notes from Tracy's version of independence? Like thriving in it. Do you feel like solo traveling makes you more independent? Or what do you think?
Probably it does in general. Me at this point now, not necessarily like, I don't think it would make me any more independent than I already am. But I think when you're starting out, I think it does really add to your sense of independence, your sense of, I think just a lot of times we doubt ourselves and what we're capable of. And I think solo travel can really help you know. So I'll give you my example. When I did Cabo, it wasn't always like, oh yeah, this is easy. It was like, oh, here I am by myself. I'm gonna go to this restaurant, but here
by myself.
But then it like made me realize I'm okay with like meeting people outside of myself. I met like a really nice couple, and then I was honestly ready to leave them and like it's just to go do my own thing. But like they were like, well, hey, do you want to have lunch with us? We're going here. And then we ended up just like talking for hours. And so like that kind of thing is really cool because like you know what you can do with like the friends that you have, but we almost forget sometimes
the people you meet.
And we forget that we're able to meet new people. Like we get very used to our circle and we just are like, oh, do I know how to talk to somebody I don't know? But you really can. And so it just makes you just more aware of like, oh, I'm capable. I can do things. I can rent a car, and drive to a new city, or I can rent a car and be in a different country and still figure it out. So just, it does. I think that kind of thing lends to your independence because we don't always know how much we need it. Like when we're back home, I think we take a lot more for granted, but there's a lot of times that you still need to be able to lean on your own independence when you're back home. So like those experiences are just gonna build up your personal confidence. Yeah.
I think it does make you a little bit more intentional when you're traveling. Because I feel like we're independent in general. Just being like single women, like if you're not married, I feel like you're already independent. I think it is more intentional because are you focused on more intention? Like I said, like, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that. And it's on me. It's on me. It's my schedule. It's how I want to navigate. I don't have to worry about nobody else. So it's like, I'm intentionally going where I want to go, doing what I want to do. So I feel like it makes you more intentional and focus on your time. And especially like if you're a person like, oh, I don't want to get up earlier, I don't want to be out late. Like you got to be intentional, like, okay, making sure like you get to here on time, you check this for on time, you are like knowing that the museum closed, and it all falls on you. So I feel like it makes you be a little bit more intentional with your time and helping you navigate that, which can help you further with your like gain your independence of like, okay, no, I can do this. I can take a trip by myself. I can solo travel because I know how to be intentional and I know how to plan and being able to create this schedule or itinerary, whatever you want to call it, so that you can have your trip.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's a
good point.
Why do you think so many Black women are now embracing solo trips and self-discovery? Just in general, like, well, the luxury of solo traveling.
I think so. We just enjoy life. We love life. I know I can't speak for every Black woman out there, but I think that we have a lot more movement. You know, it's not been that long when we've had restrictions, right? But we have the ability to move. I think we're embracing it. we just want to sometimes know about the flavors in another place. We want to know what's going on. And I don't know about anybody else, but like sometimes I'll watch somebody else's video and I'm like, that looks really cool.
Yeah.
I want to do that. So
I want to go there.
And I want to do that. And we have, barring what's happening these days, but generally we have the means to like travel, whether it's solo or not. And what I'll say is, because we talked a little bit like briefly about money earlier, but like if you're single or traveling solo, even if you're not single, and you're not worried about traveling when your kids can travel or things like that, you're able to actually travel during the less popular times. You have flexibility and you can travel during the less popular times, so it's actually less expensive, which we have to look at because we might have those solo supplements that we might have to add on to a trip. So if we can already travel because the kids are back in school, you know, September, October is going to be less expensive to travel than June, July, December, things like that. So
that's true.
We have that ability. You know, we might have that employment that allows us to do that because we're not trying to like feed a whole lot of other mouths or that kind of thing. So
I heard that December, the first week in December, is the best time to do a cruise because it's the cheapest. That's what
I can believe it. So I am going on a cruise. It's this month, but I was watching it. I'm a travel agent. So I was watching it for a couple of people who are like, oh, they hadn't joined yet and they were thinking about going. And so I was just like watching it and I was like, this cruise is not full because it's so close to this is my guess. It's so close to Thanksgiving. People aren't traveling as much as they're already planning to be with family. And so the cruise price, like, it just stayed pretty low because it wasn't full. But like, if you're going when everybody's going, they know they can charge you more because if you don't buy it, somebody's gonna buy it. So, but like when it's not a heavy travel time, this is maybe still kind of considered hurricane season. Like that kind of thing. Maybe you're taking a risk, maybe you're not. To me, I don't know what's happening with storms anymore. So it may be hurricane season, it may not be hurricane season. Like everything's unpredictable and I'm just like, Lord bless me on this trip. So, but a lot of people are like, I don't want to travel during hurricane season. So that might open up a door for you to go somewhere.
Yeah, and this isn't even honestly, like those seasons aren't even honestly just for travel. Just as I know I'm like moving. And so I know that more times it's cheaper to get an apartment November or December. The prices go down. And did I get that one? I was looking a little too early, but if you needed to get it right then and there, most people move in the summertime, especially when they have kids. Then
everybody's moving, so then things are higher.
Yeah, so versus me, that's why I was like, okay, I want to move in this time. But then on the back end, I'm so close to Thanksgiving, now I can't go nowhere for Thanksgiving because I want to move in November. Like,
it's just 1 year.
Yeah, it's 1 year, but if I move again, it won't be in 1 year, you know? So I don't know. But in that, so now I'm like, dang, do I go on a trip or do I do this? So now I'm like, that's why I'm trying to do staycation and just trying to figure out things that work in my schedule and my budget, you know? And yeah, so I feel like that's across the board too, just kind of knowing those things are helpful as well. And one thing I was going to say is because I just seen something on Instagram. It's so much red pill, but this guy was like, no man is impressed that you've been to 15 countries. They're like, the less experience, the better. They're like, what?
We're not traveling for you.
We're not traveling for the male gaze. And when people figure that out, then they'll be more like, people was reading him in his comments. So I was saying that to say, why do you think black women now are embracing solo trips? Because these dusty men don't want to take you nowhere. These dusty men ain't doing nothing. They don't want to travel. They don't want to do nothing. So on one hand, I feel like now women are just like, well, I'm not going to wait. Like, you know what you should like, wait for my man, wait till I get married. Like, no, we see that people are not getting married as much no more. And they're wanting to do something. They're wanting to go out. They do have this disposable income. And we do see people like Tracy Ellis Ross. You see people like Ashanti travel all the time. Now she's pregnant. Now she's pregnant. Now she had her baby, so she might not be traveling as much. But we see
she probably gonna travel because she got the means to do it.
She does,
the baby.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess I'm saying like we don't see her on the beach every month like we was doing or whatever. And so we see these women now traveling. I'm trying to think, like, Sierra travels, but she also travels for her husband. She travels for work. But, like, we see these women traveling, to your point. Like, we see on Instagram, we see travel bloggers, we see travel influencers. So, like, we're more prone to travel and to go to these places because we are seeing it. So I feel like right now, Black women, like, we're very much in our rest and self-care. Like, we're not trying to save the world. We don't care. Like, we're going to take our PTO and we're just going to see the world. So I feel like, and then seeing Tracee Ellis Ross, of course, you know, everybody has different budgets and stuff like that. But I feel like that's why we see so many women. And even the women, like, maybe Stephanie Perry. Stephanie Perry is like, work as little as possible. She's like, don't work. She's like, boycott winter. Like, so we see people on social media talking about this, like, Black women deserve rest. And so it's something that is constantly in our face, like, rest, go take a trip, take your PTO. So I feel like it's just something that's in front of your face so much, and like Black women are really listening to it now, and they're relaxing and they're taking their trips and they're just really focusing on joy and like peace, and, you know, not worried about nobody Dusty Sun. If they don't have kids, they're not worried about having kids. So it's just like, I'm gonna use my money to create memories and to do everything else. So I feel like that's how I see Black women embracing it more than I feel like other times.
And I think it helps too. We have so much more access to information than we have in the past. So you can even, like, there's sites out there that are like, do Black people feel safe traveling here? What are the experiences you have? Now, you may or may not. Sometimes it's just good to know. You may still go to that place, right? But it's good to know, maybe I need to watch out for this, and that, right? But before, we didn't have as much. And so, again, just like, not as much ability, not as much funds, not as much information. And so now there's just so much more that we have at our fingertips, and we can do our thing.
I feel like this generation is going out because, like, versus our parents and stuff like that. Well, my parents did travel. It depends on what your parents did. But it's like, a lot of people's parents are just like paycheck to paycheck. Like, you didn't have extra money, but now you can get deals. You can do Spirit for $200. Like, you can do all these different things. Or now, you know, there's other trips. And with TikTok, like, it's just so much information that people are able to kind of see it and do what they want to do with it. So, what's one thing you think solo travel teaches you about yourself that group trips could never, or never could? Maybe I don't want to say it. They could never teach you.
So I have a different experience because I can't think of like truly doing a group trip the way you've done where you didn't know anybody. Like, I'll talk in my head, all of my group trips have been like friends. So that's like totally different. And to your point, like, you know, when you have somebody that you know in the city or you have somebody that goes with you, there's a little bit like you can be a little bit more relaxed about things because, you know, you're surrounded by people that you know or whatever. But like individually, again, I'll kind of go back to that. It teaches you that you're capable. So, like, I know I'm a travel agent, y'all, but I cannot read a map. I will get lost in a minute. And so, like, but I've learned that, like, you know, if I do get lost, or maybe I really did for once figure out the map and do it right, you know, I am here to talk about it, so I live through the experience, and so it's like really cool. But it teaches me that, you know, I can talk to people, I can, or not talk to people, you know, it's just like kind of whatever it is. And then you also just learn things too about your preferences. Like, I'm thinking about you saying you wish you maybe hadn't done the Airbnb by yourself. And once upon a time, I feel like I'm showing my age, but once upon a time, Airbnbs were like really inexpensive, no matter what. But now it's like they're probably a good deal if you have a group of people. But now if you're by yourself, it probably is just more cost effective to do a hotel, and you feel a little bit safer. So, but yeah, like back when we were all risking our lives because they were so cheap, it was great. You're like, whatever, this is a great price. But now it's not.
It's like the same.
So it's more of a deal if you're like with a large group of people, but not by yourself, or maybe not even a couple of people. So but yeah, like you learn, okay, I don't know what to have for dinner tonight. And maybe I'm in a place where I don't really speak the language. Like, what are my resources? What am I willing to try out? I wasn't by myself, but I was kind of in charge of doing the meals, and I was in Barcelona, and it took me like 2 days to figure out, don't just walk into a restaurant because you keep picking bad ones. Do a little research and find out which ones are good. And it was like, by the end of that stay, I was like, oh, I did a little research and I'm having really good food now. So it's just like different things like that. Like you just don't know. But just being able to walk out of a hotel or whatever, and the whole day is ahead of you, and it's all up to you. You can go sit in a park and just look around. You can go explore the city and visit museums or just do whatever, and it's like all up to you. And I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool.
I think one thing that you learn that maybe being with a group doesn't teach you is, I think you kind of say that, but like having autonomy, like something to learn about yourself is just knowing like, okay, do I like a schedule? Like I probably know I love an itinerary, child. I love to know where I'm going, what I'm doing. Yeah. But then also knowing like, okay, maybe I do actually like to do something in the morning or do something at night. Like when I went on my solo trip to Tulsa, I was like, actually, I'm not going to like, I wasn't going to fill my thing up with all these things to do. I just did like 2 things a day or did 1 thing or something like that. I know that it teaches me the things that I like. I know just from traveling time, like I like to be around people, I like to be around culture. I just ended up eating at a restaurant and then there was a concert happening. It was a free concert. I just went over there. Like I know that I like to like, I like to just kind of go. I do kind of like to go the flow depending on what's going on. Like, oh yeah, I'll stay here, I'll do that. But so much times I'm like such on a schedule and stuff like that. But I do like to, go with the flow when things are happening. Like, oh, I could just sit here, I could just chill. I don't have to always like be like, go here, do this, or whatever. And then when you have that time, that flexibility in your schedule, you can just, navigate it how you want to navigate it. So I think that you can kind of learn that by yourself, because versus like sometimes when you're in a group, it is like so strict time or like you're going to go do something. But also when I went by myself, I feel like I didn't have an itinerary. Like I knew what I wanted to go. So I went to Tulsa, Oklahoma. My goal is to get to 30 States by 30, right? I knew I wanted to go to Black Wall Street. That's literally like the only thing I knew I wanted to do.
I went for the first time earlier this year.
Yes, we went. So like that was the only thing that was on my schedule. So other than that, I was like, okay, I do, like to just kind of rest and like, relax because I work so much. So I was like, I just need to go to Black Wall Street. The other time I booked, it was around the corner, so I walked actually to like a little spa thing. I just sat in a sauna, and so it's like, okay, I don't always have to have an itinerary. Like, I can just like be flexible, not really have to do this, whatever. Then I ended up telling this girl like, because I was like, there's a comedy show here. Do you want to go? I booked a comedy show. Yeah. Like it wasn't like, I have to go to the comedy show, because I didn't really want to go to the comedy show by myself. So I wasn't going to go. But then I went to the comedy show. It was fun. It was cool. But it's like, okay, like I don't have to have like 5 things on the agenda.
Yeah.
Like I can have 1 thing that I can rest. So I feel like that taught me like, okay, girl, like you don't have to have so much on your thing. Like, is this trip for relaxation or is this trip for, gotta hit boom, 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 boom. And I hit everything that I wanted to do. Like I said, I want to go to Black Wall Street. I went to 2 museums when I got there, so that was good. That's all I wanted to do. So everything else there was just like extra, and it's just like, it was just like flowing, and I was like, it was slow paced, I would say. Usually I'm very fast paced. Like going to New York, very, very fast paced. Game, do this. And so it's like, okay, like what does this slow pace look like of me going here where I don't really have that much on my plate? And also I knew that I was by myself, so I didn't want to do too much. When I think about the pictures or the people, like it's so much stuff. So I feel like that's something that you always can't learn when you're with people, because when you're with people, you're just gonna like do what the group does, kind of like you're just gonna go here, whatever. But like when you're by yourself, it's like, no, I don't really want to do that. Or like, I don't want to wake up. Like, I don't want to wake up this early. I don't want to go do this or whatever. So I feel like that is something that it teaches you about yourself, because you're with yourself. You're like having a plan for yourself, so you learn that. But you wouldn't learn that with group trips, because you're mostly going to be doing the group. So,
I will pause us and I'll say, That's something I've started advising people of anyway, whether they're traveling alone or with people, not to completely pack out your day because you never know what you'll learn about once you're in a location. So definitely like very popular tourist attractions that might have limited tickets and that kind of thing. Go ahead and book those in advance and know when you're going to go. Especially if it's in a busy season. Yeah. But if you can do like you said and have like 1 or 2 things a day, it just kind of leaves you space to be like, oh, look at that billboard. Oh, I heard these people at this table talking about this, and I think I'd like to try that. And you might not have known about it before you went. So try to just like give yourself that balance.
Yeah. You're literally walking out, and I was like, oh, what's happening over here? But it's funny because I seen when I was at the airport, I seen that it was National Native American Heritage Month. I never knew.
I
never knew what it was. But then after I got out of the restaurant, I seen that like there was a forum. I was like, oh, what's going on there? Like, oh, they're celebrating Native American Heritage. I'm like, oh, okay, I seen that. Like now it's there, so I can go there. I didn't know what the heck that was going on, but I went there and I seen the Native American Heritage performance. So I would have never seen that before. So it was like cool, like that. I didn't have to be like, oh, let's go here. It's just like I was so tired because that was my travel day, but I was like, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to watch it just because an experience. I'm never probably going to see that again. Like, wherever else I go, I don't know.
It was like the perfect timing for you to see that.
To go. And then I went home and I went to sleep. And then that's why Saturday morning, I was like, I'm sleeping in because I was tired. Like the travel day is a long day. Yeah. So I do see that, like having that. And I didn't have anything planned Saturday morning because I already knew. I was like, I might go to brunch or I might not. I might sleep, and then in the afternoon, that night, that's when we went to the comedy show. So having that little balance, to get your rest. So yes,
I love it.
That was good. Yeah. So this is our last question. Oh no, 2 more questions on the segment. Okay, how can we stop waiting for other people to join our plans and just go live them?
How can we?
How can we stop waiting for other people?
You just do. That's what I did. Like when I went to Cabo, it was really like it was in everybody's best interest that I left. But seriously, you just do. And I do like to say too, a lot of times we think we always have to do a big trip. First off, if you've never gone solo, I think the next progression, like go to the movies by yourself, go to dinner by yourself, and then the next progression, if you're feeling pretty good about that you can make it. Don't necessarily go far. Go to like the next city over. Like Nashville is close to us. And if you feel good, do like a weekend in Nashville. And then maybe you do a week somewhere by yourself. Or a cruise by yourself. And cruises almost don't feel like you're by yourself a lot of times because, again, people are going to be like... Because I went on a cruise and the person I was traveling with actually got sick. And so I was like, I didn't stay in the room with you. You good? You good? You need water? What you need? Okay, I'll go to dinner. And so I was set. I was going to have dinner by myself. I get on the elevator. I don't even get to the restaurant. I just get on the elevator and the guy's talking to me and he was like, oh, well, there's a lot of us. We can fit you in. Come sit with us. I mean, so you almost don't feel like you're by yourself. So that can even be like another progression. Is like do a cruise by yourself. That kind of thing. But like just kind of like stair step it and make it happen because in my opinion, you deserve the experiences. So, and then if you really hate it,
don't do it again.
Don't do it again. And then maybe you consider group travel. And I will say too, there's different levels because there's solo. I'm gonna do everything on my own and figure it out. And then there's solo. Maybe you do parts that are guided. And so you'll have a tour guide for this one excursion or whatever, and then you're back to on your own. And this is with people too. It could go either way. But like you could do a fully guided trip. Right. And you can do fully guided trips. And those I would say try to look at the details or have your travel agent look at the details and say, how much free time do I get? Because sometimes you do just want free time. Like It's just nice to be able to do your own thing because not everything that is on their itinerary is necessarily what you want to do, or or maybe they just left something off that you saw and you're like, well, we're going to be here. I want to do this. So you just want to kind of look at those options, but it's okay to be on a fully guided tour. And in my opinion, I feel like your Ghana trip was probably like that. It was fully guided, but you were still solo because you didn't know anybody. But it's all how you look at it. Yeah. You might not think that's a lot.
I think it's the organizer, but
you knew the organizer.
I knew of the organizer.
So you didn't know the organizer.
Yeah, well, she's been on my podcast before, so I talked to her and stuff like that. So I was familiar with the organizer. I should say that's really why I did it, because I was familiar with the organizer. I don't know if I would did it if I didn't know the organizer, because too many group trips be.
Sometimes the group trips don't.
Yeah. So I would just say vet the organizer, child. Yeah. That's what I would just say.
Yeah.
And then that's what I would say. For me, I would say how you can stop waiting for people to join your plans is, if you want to go somewhere and nobody's going, just do it. Because I've had to do that. And like, if you want to go to a concert, like, I don't know who's coming out next year or whatever, if nobody is saying
Boys to Men, Tony Braxton. Sorry.
If nobody is wanting to go, that's how you're going to stop waiting for people. You're going to get tired of doing stuff.
Or missing stuff
To wait for people. Even me, like, I went to see Little One. I was going to go by myself. I asked the girl, do you want to go? And then she couldn't go. And then I ended up going with somebody else. The Millennium concert last year. Like, I was like, I'm going to go. Like, I was going to go by myself to the Millennium concert. I didn't go to the Little Wayne concert by myself. But I was like, I'm just going to go. And even this year, like, I've had to go to 30 states by myself. I've had to go to a state by myself because I couldn't find nobody else to go. And I was like, I'm going to go. Like, I want to make this milestone. Now we're going to see if I make it. Right. But I was just like, I'm not tired of waiting for people, because how you said, like, people have jobs, people are in school, so it's not that I'm necessarily tired of waiting for them. Just like, our schedules don't align,
right?
So I can't keep pushing it off for something I want to do, and you can't put it on other people.
And you don't even know that they want to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Like, you want to hit all 50 states at some point. But maybe they're just like, no, I just want to go to the spa in Mexico.
Yeah.
Like, and there's nothing wrong with that, because you probably want to do that too, but that's not
my goal right now.
Right.
I'm like, my goal right now, if it's not a new state, at least you're not going. Okay, don't ask me, because I'm not going. I gotta go to a new state. Okay, that's me. So that's when you'll be ready. When you're that's when you'll be ready to stop waiting for people.
Yeah.
When you have a goal in mind, when you want to do it, can't wait for nobody. Yeah. So yes. This is the last one. This is gonna be fun. This is special enough. If you could plan your own Tracy style solo trip right now, where would you go and why?
So hopefully my sister don't see this, because she's probably gonna go with me. But like, if she couldn't, and there's a chance, because I told you she's in education, and people in education, despite what we hear, you have really limited time to travel. So I am hoping and planning that this time next year, or December maybe next year, I'll be in some different countries in Africa. So I do think my sister will be there for at least a lot of it, but she might not be able to stay as long as and in my opinion, I'm like, if I'm going that far, I need it to be several weeks. Because like that plane fare, like all of that, right? Because you've been, like, I can't imagine exactly what Ghana cost you, but it's not an inexpensive trip. And so it's like, you want to, if you're going to go, it's like, how much of it can I see while I'm there?
Yeah.
So like, that's, for me, that's a big deal. I have not been anywhere in Africa yet. Okay. So that would be like my real, like, big stretch trip.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I could plan like Tracy style solo trip, well, she went to 3 places, so
she did a little Eat, Pray, Love, but her own version. Okay.
Yeah, she went to Morocco, Mexico, and Spain. So if it was me and I had all the funds in the world, I would go to Colombia. I would go to Medellin. I would go to Cartagena. And there's one more over there, but I can't remember the city now. So I'll go to Colombia, and then I would go to why did I just forget what I was gonna say? I would, if I had enough money, I probably would go to Australia. I think that would be, I would go to Australia, and then I'm trying to think of all the 7 continents. So that's what I'm
So
doing.
you're trying to hit them all.
Yeah, I would do Colombia, so that's South America. So and then I would go to Australia. But I feel like I've been to all the other ones, and I don't think that I really care to go to Antarctica. So then I would probably either go to South Africa or I would go to Italy. Mm-hmm. Those would probably be like my 3 if I did Tracy Ellis Ross. So it'll be so I could hit every country and every continent.
Yeah.
That would be the first reason. And then I've always wanted to go to Italy. I love pasta. I don't know if it's the same over there. And then South Africa, I just want to go. I've already been to Ghana, and I just want to go to another country. Like I want to go to Cape Town. I feel like it's so beautiful. Yeah. And then it'll just be like another country to go into Africa.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I would do.
I love it.
So if anybody's hearing this and y'all need some hosts for some trips, okay? Let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know. Y'all need some hosts for some trips.
Hosting you. Yes.
I need to be on, the Eat, Pray, Love, whatever Tracy Ellis on the Go Out the Country. I need to do something. So yeah, that would be me. Mm-hmm. If I did a Tracy style solo trip. Okay.
Yeah.
I do have a goal though. If I could get some money, my goal would actually be to do 12 countries in 12 months. Because I did 12 trips in 12 months. 12 countries in 12 months or doing like a year sabbatical would be, I feel like I want to do like a year sabbatical or 12 trips or 12 countries in 12 months. Which is very much a lot of countries. But yeah.
It is, but let's think about the different ways to cheat it, right? Like you could go at the end of a month. Mm-hmm. Into the beginning of the next month. Mm-hmm. Boom. One flight. Mm-hmm. But like you're going to Spain and France. Or Spain and Italy because it's once you're in Europe it's easy to get country to country.
I do Europe. Mm-hmm.
So like you could cut some costs that way.
And then South Asia. Mm-hmm. That's what I would be doing. Mm-hmm. So that's what would be my kind of things if I had the money.
That would be cool.
Yes. So I added this segment because I think it's kind of fun. It's just like a couple of things about digital dilemmas because this is Black Girls In. We do like technology and stuff like that. Okay. So do you think social media has made solo travel feel more like a performance rather than leisure?
I guess it could be to some people. So like I've always just loved travel. So, and also the older you get, the less you care what people think. So maybe I'll share something online and maybe somebody out there is thinking that I'm just doing this for show. I kind of don't care. You know what I mean? So if you want to go to a place, I don't care if people are like, because people are big about saying, that's not travel. That's just a tourist trap or whatever the things people are. If you want to go, you go. It doesn't matter what other people say because this is your experience. And so you're not doing it for them. Just like we're not traveling for the dusty men. That's going to crack me up all night long. And just like we're not traveling for the dusty men. You're doing it for you. So it's really hard for me at this point in my life to worry about whether or not people think it's for performance. Because this is my money.
Period.
So even if it is for performance, so what?
Let me perform.
Let me perform.
I'm cracking up. Yeah,
I'm gonna be Whitney Houston.
Okay, period. Yes. I will dance with somebody. Who we gonna dance with?
Right.
I don't think social media has made solo travel feel more like a performance, not necessarily solo travel in general. I do feel like it has made blogging, traveling to your point, like the tourist thing. I feel like it's made it more, it has kind of made it more accessible, but then it has made it more like different, like people travel for different reasons. Like if you travel because you just want to take a break, that's different. Like you don't have to be enriching people's cultures. Like you don't have to be. Would it be great to be? Yes, but I feel like that's a performance thing. Is like people are like, oh, I'm going here to do this. It's like, well, what are you telling us for if you're doing that just to do it? I think that's what it is. Like, I've been to this many countries and I do this or whatever. It's like, okay, girl, whatever. I feel like that's the performance. Like you're coming off as bragging. I feel like that can be it, but I don't think that it's specific to solo travel. I feel like social media could be kind of a performance in general because you're trying to get people to get into, like, to follow you, to get your guy. Like, so I feel like in general. So I don't think it's just specifically to solo travel.
I would agree with that. There is a lot of that's there. And there's also, you said something about like getting into the culture and that kind of thing. I try to be really careful about that because I'm like, what if somebody comes to where I live and they're like, well, I just want to eat where the locals eat, which is great because we got great local restaurants, don't get me wrong, which is great. But I want people to do it kind of like you said, because that's what they're enjoying. Like they're really trying to, but not to just be like all in some local's business. Yeah. Like not everybody wants to let you into their house. Like, yeah. So if you want that experience, you might have to actually pay for it. Yeah. Like through a channel that is considered touristy. Like you can't just be like, hey, tourists. Like, they're living their private lives just like we're living our private lives. So I just feel like we should be careful of that. I don't think everybody agrees with me, but I just think you have to respect people. And that's a responsibility of travel. To me, it's a responsibility of the human race. But, you know, when you travel, don't just assume that people are there to entertain you. Yes. They're there to live their life. Yes. Yeah.
And that's why there's only certain places, like, that's something, too, that you have to think about. And me, because I have traveled, every place is not going to be geared towards tourism. Right. Like, when you talk about Cabo and Cancun, people were talking about, like, Cabo is American something, but it's like more relaxed. But Cancun, they know people are coming into, so they're gonna amp up things like they are curating their experiences to you. Versus like I said, they brought to Trinidad and Tobago, it does not thrive off of tourism. And baby, sometimes they say people could be mean in Trinidad and Tobago, but they don't care because they don't gotta be nice to you. It's not Jamaica. Right. Like Jamaica, they're curating their experiences to you. That's what tourism is. Right. If the country doesn't thrive off of tourism, you're not going to feel that, oh my gosh, I love it here. Like, they're catering, I should say. That's what I'm trying to say. They're catering to you because you're a tourist. Every country is not like that. Right. So
they don't have that obligation.
Yeah, they don't have to be so, like, you know, catering to you as well. So I think that goes back into your research and to know, like, well, which countries are catering to me or which ones are not. I don't really care about the catering because I'm just like, I'm going there, I want to see it. Right. So you don't have to really cater to me. Obviously, I might like the non-catering because it'd be so much. Everybody coming up fix job. You like, too much. But yeah, so I think that's important too. But knowing that when you travel and how that goes, I feel like that is a responsibility to know, like, everybody's not going to cater to you. Everybody does not thrive off of tourism. So
everybody doesn't even have to tell you how to get to your next location, because I think a lot of people are like, oh, I went to such and such place, maybe even Paris. People always say in Paris they're so rude to Americans.
They do say that.
They do say I was fine in Paris. I had a great time. I didn't have any trouble. But you also can't just assume that this person walking down the street, they could be trying to get to their job or whatever.
Like they're living their life.
They may not have time to tell you how to read your map.
Or to even know, to try to break it down from French to English. Like if you're not bonjour, oui, oui, then they're not helping you. Okay, I need a couple more words. I know Je m'appelle.
Je
m'appelle Alicia.
Or my name in French class. Je m'appelle Chantal.
Yes. But yeah, that's true. It's like they're living locally. Just like how you may not answer. Now, I probably do it just to help you, but if I don't know, I don't know.
It depends on what is happening in your life at that moment. If I'm late to work, you're on your own. You're just going to the movies or, whatever,
Just go somewhere. So that makes sense. Okay, as we wrap this segment up, do you have any like digital tools that help solo travelers? Like, do you use any language apps? Do you use any AI anything or any safety tracking apps?
I should use language apps, but I haven't. But you really, because there's so much out there. So like I would Duolingo. There's Google. So here's a cool thing. Somebody taught me this. I was at a museum somewhere in Spain off of a cruise. And somebody showed me you can hold your phone up, the Google, and like the language and everything was written in Spanish for like, you could just hold your phone up and it would translate it to English.
Oh, that's so smart.
Yeah, so like all those things are really cool. There's so much out there, but Google Translate at least knows some of the. Because I'll forget things easily, but at least to look up some of the common things like, where is the bathroom or wherever it is.
I only know Spanish,
so see, all that is actually very smart to do. Here lately, again, because so much information is at our fingertips, it's there. You can really look for like, especially to me, like if you only have a really short amount of time, right? I only have a day in this city. What are the top things to do? What are the top restaurants to eat at? And to be able to just like Google that or put it in AI, you can really do that. And then you can like tweak it to what you want. So it's really handy to do that. Because before, you used to have to flip through a gazillion travel books. You might get somewhere, and the place that's in the book is now closed, is not even existing anymore because, you print a book and it's out of date. But, like, online, things are updated a lot quicker. So.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I rarely use Google Translate, but I've only really been in the Spanish-speaking country, and I just be trying to speak Spanish, so I don't know.
But that's good practice. I want to speak multiple languages.
Oh, I be like, hola, I be like, poquita bien, y tú, I be talking to people.
And then they be like,
and I'm like, whoa, slow down, papi. I wish I knew. I'm trying to learn how to speak French, merci. I'm trying to do it, but it's not working as quickly as I wish. But I don't really use language apps that much, but I actually did buy like books, and I should probably maybe use them a little bit more. I bought books to like do more of the studying. I would say though, I definitely use AI. I'm actually thinking about creating a workshop about technology and travel and teaching people how to plan it. But like when I went to Tulsa, I really used AI. I said, create a weekend plan for me. Oh, you did too, yeah. Create a weekend plan for me. Like, I knew kind of what I wanted to do and stuff like that. So I would just be like, even me, I'm trying to go to 30 states by 30. So I was like, create a road trip for like, I was like, where do I want to go? Like, Rhode Island, like, if I want to do a road trip to Rhode Island to this, so I kind of just navigate there. Like, if I want to do a road trip from like Colorado or whatever, so like I use AI to kind of just see where I can go, places I can hit. So that's what I use AI for, and I feel like it kind of helps me be like, okay, do I want to go here? Do I want to go there? Do I want to do that? So I feel like AI with the itinerary plans is really, really good.
It's great. It is really great for a road trip because when we did Tulsa, we drove from basically here.
You drove to Tulsa.
We drove past it. We went all the way to, you would love it, Miss. I want to do all these states. But we did all the way from here through Tulsa to Santa Fe and Albuquerque.
Okay, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Okay.
Yes. And it was pretty cool because we used AI to plan the whole road trip, and it's like, well, do you want the scenic route or do you want this?
Yes,
so it's like asking you all these questions. And so
like,
then,
yes.
Because like there's all these just little funky looking places, I'm like, I have never heard of this. So then we could use Google to say, okay, what is this? And we see pictures. And there was like a couple of things like my sister and I were like looking at it, and we're like, oh, we don't want to do that. Yeah. So we're like, take this off the list and change it to this. And then also like in the middle of the trip, if something happened and we changed, we were like, okay, well now we're here. You know, how can we get back on track? Or what can we switch out? Or, whatever it was. So it was really handy. And I think it was only like once that it was like a little off, and we're like, why does it say that? Because this is not. But like for considering we were like gone for over a week, to only have it kind of off once. Yeah,
it's pretty good. Yeah. There's a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch of different apps that you can do that you can use. Actually, slight plug, whatever slight plug. I did create like a 12 months travel guide, 12 months to do that. So I'm trying to like work that with trying to do like a technology workshop. So I'm able to kind of put that out for people. But if y'all trying to travel 12 trips so much, make sure you get the the digital planner. It's not that much, like $20-something. You go ahead and get that. Slight little plug. Wasn't trying to do that for real. But I just thought about that.
You have to show me that.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Okay, I will show you that. So I was thinking about that because I feel like with, technology and travel, it's just so much. But I think AI is good, and you can use different platforms, whichever one you want to use. But there's also regular apps that you can use for your planning of trips, stuff like that. So I think technology can help more. We're talking about accessibility. It's kind of more going to help you think about that. Or if you just want to know, like, where can I go? Or, like, the best 3-day trips. Like, where can I go for 3 days? Like, you can ask me questions if you don't know where you want to go.
What's in driving distance for me? Because I don't want to get on a plane right now.
Yes. So you can kind of curate it to what you need it to do. So, yes, that is our segment for the technology thing. I can talk about travel all day long, so I'm trying to keep the episode short, okay?
Yeah, we ran into trouble last time for the same reason. Yeah.
So, like, I'm trying to keep it short because I could really talk about travel all day long. But before we get to our last segment, I have something fun to do. This is our Den Cipher Den Drop. So I'm gonna give you a word. If you don't like the word, you can let me know. Then we can switch it. But basically, you're going to get a word about travel, and you're just gonna rap one line. Like, you're just gonna create like a little bar with it. Okay.
Okay.
And let's see. I gotta get an easy one for you. Oh, okay. I'll give you an easy one. What about map?
Map.
You said you don't know how to read them, but
that's okay.
It's okay.
That's okay. All right. Here I am with the map. No cap.
Period.
It's in the back seat, and I'm on my way. I don't know.
You were good though. You said here I am with a map, no cap. That's a little. That was
you have to test me again. You have to test me again.
Okay, no, I'm trying to say no cap. I don't know what you could have for no cap.
I know.
I have a word, but I'm trying to figure out what else I can say. No cap. This
I'm not strapped.
Oh no! I was gonna say this ain't tap. Like, like tap water or something like that. That's what I was gonna say.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, I gotta think of it. So it's fun. I gotta think of what I'm going to do. I'm trying to think of an easy one that I have.
Wait, do I need to give you a word? Maybe I'll find a word.
Well, do you have a word? I do have words. Do you have a word that you want to suggest?
It might be too hard.
Oh, yeah.
But I do see it.
What do you see?
And we talked about it today. But if you can't do it, of course, the luxury.
Luxury? Okay, what rhymes with luxury?
I think you only have to rhyme the re.
Yeah, I know. So I'm like, what's the re? Luxury
tea.
Oh, is that luxury tea?
Maybe.
Oh, okay, luxury. Let's see. Dang.
It's a hard.
Yeah, luxury is hard because I don't even know luxury. I don't know what goes with luxury. I'm trying to think. That one might be kind of hard.
I'll give you the tea. For me, it's all about the luxury because I am bougie.
I was thinking about bougie. I'm like, do I want to be bougie? I don't know. Okay. I hear that when you're doing that, I was thinking of what's Nick Cannon wilding out. They always give a word. They do give words.
That's a great show to watch.
Yes, they do give rhymes.
Jealous of their ability.
Yes. I'm gonna do. I feel like I want to do globe or stamp. I'm trying to think. Globe or stamp. Yeah, because
actually feels hard.
I actually really have a rhyme with globe.
Okay. I want to hear it.
It kind of rhymes. Kind of not, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. Hold on, no. I do have some. Because globe. Oh, I do have one.
Okay.
Going around the globe, looking cute in my robe.
That was the word I thought of. Going around. But I like to go at looking cute. Yeah.
Going around the globe, looking cute in my robe. I'm about to hit. Let's see. I'm about to hit Africa. I don't want to say Africa. Going around the globe, looking cute in my robe. Next stop. Where do I want to go? What did I say? Next stop.
Nairobi.
Nairobi. Oh, Nairobi. Well, I was going to change the word, but I'm trying to figure out what rhymes with that. Going around the globe looking cute in my robe. That's what I was going to say. I was going to say going around the globe looking cute in my robe, I'm feeling real bold is what I was going to do. I was going to do that. Feeling real bold. All these niggas stay cold. Maybe I shouldn't say that word.
I like that.
Okay. I got to say it again. What I said, okay. Going around the globe, looking cute in my robe. Going to, what did I say?
Something about bold. What did you say?
I said going, where did I say?
Looking cute in my robe. Feeling pretty bold? Is that what you said?
Oh, I did. I said
feeling kind of bold.
I said, yeah, I did say feeling kind of bold. I did say feeling kind of bold. Yeah, and then I said something cold. I said, and I said, and these stay cold.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
You can say getting out of the cold because it's snowing outside. Right?
Yeah, then I said, yes. Oh, yes, getting out of the cold. It is snowing. Okay, globe, feeling bold. Getting globe. Then I said,
looking cute
in a robe. Feeling really bold. Trying to get out of the cold. Period. Okay, yes.
Period.
Love it.
Which in and of itself is a perfect reason to travel to get out of the cold.
To get out of the cold. Yes. Period. Yes. Okay. I'm a little bit better, but these are like specific words. I could do it regularly, but I'm just doing a little something fun for the episode. Okay.
That's cute. I like that. Testing me.
Yes. Give a little wilding out a little bit. So yeah, that is our episode. Do you want to try another one or are you good?
I'll try one more. Let's see what happens.
Do you want to do boarding or stamp?
Boarding or stamp?
Our destination. That one's harder? Okay. Boarding or stamp?
Boarding or stamp. Let me try boarding.
Okay.
That might be hard. Okay.
It doesn't have to be the last word.
I was kind of ease it in. It's time for me to know that I'm on the go with nothing to lose as I'm boarding this cruise.
Period. Okay, I like that. Yeah, that was good.
Okay.
You got it. It's time for me to know.
It's time for me to know that I'm on the go with nothing to lose as I'm boarding this cruise.
Period. Yes. I like stamp. I think I really wrote this one. I like stamp because it's like when I think of stamp, I'm like
passport stamps.
Yeah. I'm like on the way to a new country, going on a ramp, about to get a new stamp.
That's really good that you got a ramp because I'm gonna tell you the only word that was coming to mind was tramp, and I'm like,
no, yeah, that's a ramp.
No, that's good.
That's what I was thinking. So yeah,
I like that.
I might keep that one up in there.
I saw a reel that I totally agree with. Like, you don't get stamps in countries.
I heard that anymore. You don't. Yeah.
And she was like, really got it. She's like, all this work, and I was like, yeah, it's hurtful
no more. And then that's why you cruise, you don't get it. So it's like, why are we buying passports?
Well, because these
borders are overrated.
These countries don't trust each other, so you gotta have it to get them. But,
I'm saying borders are fake. That's just my unpopular opinion.
I agree.
But why are we getting passport stamp if you not?
I want the stamp. Somebody said you can ask for it. I'm gonna try that next time that I'm like in customs or whatever. Yeah.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can I get a stamp, please? Thank you. That's what I'm to say.
Exactly.
Thank you. But okay, then yes, that's a little fun little day cipher, little day drop. I'm thinking about adding it to my episodes. We're gonna see. I'm just trying it, testing the waters a little bit.
You gotta make somebody else do it. They'll probably sound better than me, but at least make somebody else do it.
Well, no, I had somebody else do it. I did. You're the second person, so we gonna see how it goes. Okay.
Okay. Don't tell me in the comments that they were better. Just pretend that I did all right.
Let us know how we did. I'm trying to do something fun, little.
I like it.
Show your personality a little bit, just how people think. I think that's really cool. So this has been a long episode. I already know. We're trying to wrap it up. We've been talking for a minute, but like I said, baby, I need to just do a travel podcast because that's all I talk about, right?
Yeah.
So Our last segment is our postcard segment. I don't know if we did it last time, but just something to encourage people, leaving with a little encouragement of maybe tips for solo traveling, maybe just something of encouragement about solo traveling. Just leave them with something, as in you're just writing something. Postcards from the den, something like that.
I love it. So I'm probably going to go with several things because I can't shut up. But first, like we said earlier, just do it. If you are really wanting to go somewhere, just go. And a lot of times people are like, I want to go on a trip, but I don't know where I want to go. You know, you've got a list somewhere. Pick something off that list and go. So just do it. 2, you are solo. Do things for safety. Number 1, leave. It doesn't have to be a moment-to-moment itinerary, but let somebody at home that you trust know what cities you're going to be in, and even set up like a, hey, I'll be sure to text you every night, and just say, give me grace. It might not be the exact same time every night, but if you don't hear from me 4 hours later, definitely question me. Because a lot of times, too, you can't always text. So, like, if you have your phone, like, you're not wanting to buy the international plan, and so maybe you can only text when you're back in the room with Wi-Fi. Yeah. But, like, just let them know what to expect, especially if you're changing cities. Let them know where you are. I think that's really good. And then be aware of your surroundings wherever you are. I always say that. We had a discussion about that earlier. But I think you have to be aware of your surroundings wherever you are. Like, you could be at home downtown and you need to be aware of your surroundings. But even more so, you're going to look like a tourist. Like, people are going to kind of know. So just be aware, because they're going to be more so likely to target, if somebody in the area is, nefarious. They're going to be more so likely to target somebody who looks like they're not paying attention than somebody who looks like they're aware of what's going on. Because, like, if somebody is coming at you and they're used to doing this kind of thing, they don't want you to be able to, like, know what they look like or that kind of thing. But if you're, you keep your head on a decent swivel and you're looking around, I think for the most part you'll be okay. That's how I felt. I don't know what the future holds, but so far I've been safe in my travels. So I would say that. And then always, if you do not have your passport, get your passport. Just get your passport. You may not use it right away, but once you have your passport, it lasts for 10 years. And so then if you get a wild hair and you just want to go somewhere, since we're talking solo, you'll have your passport ready and you don't have to wait for it, because it can be really stressful and cost more money if you're trying to expedite it. So just get it before you need it. And then if you already have your passport, make sure that you've got a decent amount of time on it and it's not time for renewal.
Yeah, because it happened to me, and that's why I couldn't get longer for Ghana. But, I'm just going to get off that soapbox, so. Yeah, you have to have like 6 months before you do. And I just had to renew mine. I had to renew mine because I thought about going somewhere, and I was like, I don't want nothing to happen. So, and then with traveling, all these new ID cards. I just got a new passport. But yeah, just really make sure you look at your expiration date, because it's like it expires 6 months before it really expires.
Right.
I don't know.
And it depends on the country, but I don't really know, but this is what I think. I think that these countries don't want people coming and basically not being able to get out because their passports expired, because then they're like, well, then we would have to like feed you if you don't have a place to live, or
because they can't get out. Makes sense. I see.
That's what I think, but I don't know. I've never really researched it. Just don't get yourself caught up like that.
Yeah. I have 2 different notes from Postcards from the Den. One of you are staying in like the country, to your point about safety. I do this now, like lists, because that's all I use. I like send my lists to like my dad, and I'd be like, I send it like, hey, I'm going on this right, hey, because sometimes it'd be 3 a.m. or 4 a.m, or something like that. I don't really do late night stuff, whatever. But even middle of the day, child, I'd be like, okay, this is what I'm left going. That's what I'm doing. So I definitely send that. For inside, I say, because of the way that the world is now, especially if you're going solo, know the U.S. embassies in the other country, and you can also notify them. Like, you can go on the website, being like, oh, hey, I'm going to be here from this day to that day, and so somebody will know if anything happens. They like call the U.S. embassy, know them like that. That's specifically if you are by yourself, because I really don't do it when I'm with a group, but I think about it being by yourself. I think that's really important, to just know where it's at, to know what's going on, and to really just be cognizant of like, well, if anything happens, like, what is the U.S. embassy number? Like, what happens if I do lose my passport? And I was doing it before. I don't know how big it is now, but just having a picture of your passport on your phone is kind of good. I know they talk about like keeping like regular copies of it, so you don't have to take it out with you, and putting that passport in a safe if you travel. Definitely agree with that. So taking a picture of your passport if you're out the country, knowing U.S. embassies, and then if you're in America, just sharing your Lyft or whatever with somebody that you trust, your mom, your dad, your siblings, or something like that, so that you can kind of have that safety feature to yourself, and for your family and friends, are the things that I think that are very important to share.
Yeah. I think that's really good. I also have this suspicion that when you share your Lyft, they know that you're sharing the Lyft, so they ain't gonna act crazy. I could be completely wrong about that, but in my head, it makes me feel better to like share it, because I'm like, then they're gonna see that I'm sharing it.
Oh, I never even know if they.
I don't know if they can see it. In my head, I feel like they can see it, so they gotta act right.
Oh,
but but you should just share it anyway.
I just share it.
You're right. 3:00 in the morning.
One time this man stopped at the gas station, baby. I got on my hello. Because why you stopped at the gas station? You should have got gas before you. I don't play that.
Lyft called me because I had that happen. And he was crazy. I was like, I don't think I rated him at all, because he was like driving kind of crazy, and then he stopped for gas, and then Lyft was like, "Are you okay? Because you haven't moved in a while."
No, because your driver is getting gas. That's why I haven't moved.
Yeah, before they accept the drive, they should have filled up their tank, in my opinion. But yeah,
I don't understand.
It was very uncomfortable, because I was like, also going to the airport, I ain't got time for you to fill up gas.
Because maybe I scheduled this exact time so I could be there. I don't need no minute later.
Right.
I could be a little earlier though, but
I was not happy with him.
So if you enjoyed this episode, please like it up. Please comment. Please check out the other episode that we did about Girls Trip, where we talked about the movie Girls Trip. And yeah, like, you know, we could talk about travel all day. So that's why I'm trying to wrap it up, because it's just a part of me as well, you know, and a part of you too. So tell them if they haven't watched that episode, maybe where they can follow you at, where they could support you, and everything like that you have going on.
All right. So you can follow me pretty much everywhere as Sharmelle Thomas, Facebook, Instagram, and I will spell Sharmelle. It's SHARMELLE. It's on your shirt. It's on my shirt. So Sharmelle Thomas. But you can follow me there. You can message me if you got questions. If you are interested at all in finding out how you can save or earn on travel, that is what I do. I help people with that, and I believe in being able to travel more and experience more. So I am here to help you do that, because you deserve it. You've been doing all the hard work. Let's get it done.
Period.
Yes.
And I'm your host, Alicia. If you did not know me, welcome, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Another cozy conversation in the den. Yes. We talk all things womanhood every Wednesday. We upload on YouTube at 12 p.m. and any podcasting platform that you listen to. You can follow us on Instagram, Black Girls In Podcast, TikTok, and Facebook. You know, I go live on Facebook. I go live on YouTube. If you're in the Louisville area, we have events, community things, and yeah, I really just hope you enjoy this episode, and I just hope you travel. Let me know if you have a trip in the comments, if you have a trip coming up, if you are planning on solo traveling in 2026, don't wait for nobody, or if you're even watching this in 2027, or even in 2035. I'm just kidding. Don't let us know if you see this in 2035, just pop a little comment in. Yes, let us know. We want to know that we're still out there. Okay. Spreading joy. Yes. And travel. Hopefully in 2035, I would have been done a trip or something. I would have hosted a trip or something like that. I don't know how many years that is. That's like 7 years. But yeah, hopefully I would have, hosted a trip or something like that. Or maybe Black Girls Day would have hosted a trip or a retreat. We gonna see. But just stay tuned with us. Share this with your friends. that ain't trying to travel, tell them that they need to get ready to travel.
Tell them to get their passports.
Yes. All right, share with your friends and family who want to travel. Just hopefully this is an encouragement. Mm-hmm. And if you haven't watched the Tracy Ellis Ross, go check that out. Solo Travel is on Roku. But really just want to encourage Black women to just get out there, see the world, and create memories. You know, you have your phone for a reason, you have money for a reason, and just don't go to waste. Like, don't let your life go to waste and like not see beyond the four walls of your house, your job, your doctor's office, child, the grocery store. See the world.
There we go. I love it.
So yes, thank y'all so much for watching. Bye.